Hi everyone, my name is Eric. I'm the drum maker here at Centralia Fur and Hide. I'm part of the Maidu tribe and I've been making drums for about 5 years now. And right now I'm going to show you how to make a drumstick out of our drumstick kits. So this is what it looks like when you get it. And this is all the pieces that are inside it, essential to make your stick. You got your drumstick, you got your sinew for keeping it tight, you got your blanket for your padded drum head, and a piece of leather to wrap around the blanket for your drumstick. So first thing we're going to want to do is make sure we're going to slap some glue on this sucker. Oh yeah, by the way, this is just rubber cement glue. It doesn't really have to be special. It's just what we use here at the shop. It all works pretty good as long as it holds the blanket on your stick. So what I'll do is I'm going to try to glue around the top of the stick about the width of the blanket. So it's about that much for this one. Just take my glue. I'm going to paint the stick. Nothing too fancy, you don't need a lot. Alright, and it just helps if when you stick it on there, put it just a little bit up above the edge of the stick. And it helps if you wrap it to the right, unless you're the other hand, and then go the opposite way. So I don't know if you can see that, but we're going to try to keep about that much above the stick. We're not going to pull it too tight, we're just going to lightly just roll it how it rolls. And we'll just hold it with our thumb as we get it down. So we won't need that for a minute. We're going to take our sinew. And the best way that I found out how to do it is take a little dangly in your hand to get, for an anchor. And then you're going to want to take your sinew, your string, and you want to go around the bottom about 3 or 4 times, right up underneath the blanket. If you pull on it, it shouldn't spin. And that's pretty much all we really want. Alright. Next thing we're going to do once we get to that part, we're just going to wrap it 3 times around the drumstick head. 1. Again, don't pull it super tight, just kind of loosely wrap it around. 2, 3, and it should look like that. We're going to take the string, go back down to the bottom, get another wrap on it, and then we're going to come over the top of it to hold it down onto the stick also. So we're going to go around, we'll spin it, underneath and over the top, around, we'll spin it, and we'll do that one more time, and we'll spin it. So essentially it should look like that on top. That's holding the head on there and keeping the blanket together on the stick. Do just like the beginning, wrap it 1 or 2, 3 times, and pull it, and it doesn't pull loosely, and we'll cut it right about yay. So I always like to use an edge of a table or something. It just helps lets you use both of your hands to tie this knot, because it can be tricky other than that. So I'll just put it up against my waist belt so I can use both my hands, and I'm just gonna tie me a square knot. Nothing too complicated, and I'm going to throw another 1/2 inch in there just for safety so it doesn't come off, flying off when you're playing your drum. Don't cut too close to the knot, it'll keep the knot from falling apart. Cut it about yay. Don't need those anymore, and it should look like that. Just like that. Now this is just an extra thing that we do here, just for we don't like our drumsticks falling apart out of the store. So let's slap a little glue around the bottom of the drumstick to keep the sinew and everything glued on there, and hopefully the head stays on there, it doesn't come flying off. Alright, so lastly, you can use this side or you can use that side, it doesn't matter. However you want to do your drumstick head is up to your preference. So we're going to use the suede side, not the green side, because it's got little mess ups. And we'll take it, we're going to put the center of the drum head right in the center of that piece of leather. So we're going to do just like this. So it should look like that. And we put our hand around it, and It's almost virtually impossible to get all these little folds and wrinkles out of it, but you just want to try it and give it your best. It'll just make your drumstick look nicer. So you just got to kind of work it around. If you pull down, straight down to the bottom, you can see how it's smoothing it out. And like I said again, it's not going to do anything to your drumstick if you don't. And we'll get it about like that. Make sure that we don't pull the drumstick head down too far and the blink down too far. You don't want the edge of your stick sticking up, you know, where you can feel it or even where you can see it. And we'll take our sinew again, same thing I did last time. I'll anchor it down in my hand, and we're just going to go right at the bottom of the blanket. That's where we're going to tie our string around. So you can kind of feel it in there with your hand as you're doing it, and you can see where the bottom of my blanket is. You don't have to do too many times. 3 or 4 times around there is perfect. Pull it tight. And again, I'm going to use the edge of the table so I can use both my hands to tie the knot nice and freely, or it does become quite the circus. Doing the same square knot again. Pull it tight and throw that extra half loop in there again, half hitch, just so it doesn't come apart, hopefully. Cut it about the same distance away. Throw away garbage. And pull up on your head a little bit before everything dries in there. And you should have that to this point. Last thing we're going to do is cut this excess off. So if you just take your scissors up, just all the way up to the bottom pretty much, and if you just start trimming all the way around, leather. It's up to you how you want it to look down here. I think that looks pretty good, pretty even, consistent. We'll take that little chunk off. There's your drumstick. The last thing that I like to do just to make it look a little better is I will take it on the edge of around the table, put my hand on it, and just kind of roll it back and forth. And roll it back and forth. Fluffing up the bottom. And there is your drumstick made out of our drumstick kits.